Welcome back on YouTube. We are writing EDM. We are moving along in the song and doing sort of final touches in a way. We're adding in sound effects. We're trying to like build up the song even more to make it even more awesome. I would love if the camera would stop autofocusing because I said it properly as far as I know, but it should be fine. We should live through it. I see it only happens once in a blue moon. So what we're doing right now is that we're working on the pre-chorus, and I'm just making the offbeats quieter a little bit, just to add some variation and not have the snare just sound like snare, you know? Yeah. We need to do this basically, right, for these as well. And for these, I'm actually gonna crossfade them. I need to crossfade them, but not like that, because I'm crossfading the attack, but that's not what should be happening. We should be crossfading the tail, right? So let's crossfade the other way. Hold up. Redo volume. Okay. So I need to crossfade it the other way around. So I need to crossfade the tail. Well, I am crossfading the tail, but unfortunately I don't have any sort of audio information to kind of overlap over there. So I can't drag it to the left. I can only drag it to the right. Okay. I will just make the offbeats then quieter as well and see if that fixes our issue. No, gosh darn it, I always do this. Keep messing it up. Come on, get your head in the game. Okay, let's do this, and just get him quieter. Let's just have it like be not so aggressive. We'll just leave it like this. Oh, start menu. Hello, start menu. Also, I just realized like this should be cropped. My monitor should be cropped. It's just the best content. Hold up. Did I not actually do that? Transform. No. Transform and stretch the screen. There we go. Okay. I am the best. I did it both on stream and on the recording for YouTube. Yes. I didn't say that I'm going to show you the process of writing a song, warts and all, even pro streamer warts. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's fine already. I'm not worried. It's just okay. Okay, what we need first of all is a riser over here, and we're gonna make our own riser. You prepared for this? Because we're gonna make our own riser. There are two risers I would think I would want to do. First of all, let's do the pad one. So I wanna go in to my Anitu. Hello, Pavlos. How you doing, boyo? Pavlos. How are you, mate? How you feeling this lovely, lovely Saturday? And you too. Aw. How are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, so let's init over here. Let's go over here and let's make this like a riser. I'll make it the color of a sound effect just so that I know. So pre-chorus pad riser. Okay, and here's how you do like a basic riser, right? So we can do it actually from like with modulation and stuff. Not modulation, but like oscillation is what I'm looking for. I think that's called modulation too. Anyway, so I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna send it to my pad verb. I am going to slap the biggest supermassive reverb, and I think there was large Cygnus. Where is the one? Lost Saucer. Yes, please. And I'll set it mix knob to like 100%. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go into volume. I'm gonna automate it. I'm gonna make sure that it's like this, right? So that I don't have any sort of overlap into the chorus. And what I'm going to do is basically I'm just gonna play one note. And I'm just gonna make sure that this is just quieter, just so that it doesn't myrtleize us. Wait, I just need to go over here. What key were we in? We're in like G sharp, right? It's G sharp, the key that we're in, transpad. Oh, it's locked. Hold on. Yeah, yeah, Pablo. So basically what we're doing over here is that we're just writing an EDM track. And we're in G, actually. Never mind, we're in G minor. And I'm just like making tiny sort of effects and moments happen as we go through the song. We did the verse, we added some movie quotes, we added some special effects. I'll show you in just a minute. And now what we're doing is we're working the pre-chorus to add in risers and things to make things happen, so that the song is just a little bit more interesting, yeah? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here into Ana 2. I'm going to change my waveform to just a sine wave. Yeah? But I'm going to modulate it with oscillator 2. Right? And so the source is oscillator 2. Which oscillator 2 is going to be like another sine wave. But basically, I'm going to change its pitch constantly. So if I go in here, I'm going to change its pitch and rise it, which means that basically the oscillation is going to go like this, and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, and it's going to feel like a riser, yeah? I think I can explain it better than that. I will try to make another effort if it's not super clear. So, pre-chorus pad riser, I'm going to go to oscillator 2, and I want to go into oscillator 2 fine? Semitone. No, semitone is what I want. I want to go from like 0 to 100. Let's see. Let's see what that does. So, you can go from like 50... I also have to play a note. Hold up. So I think that would help. Okay, let's see what that does. I can't hear anything. Are you not doing it? Hold. So the semitone is actually not going super high. Oh, the semitone. Yeah, that's not going to be useful. The octave can go only 3, but the fine pitch... Yeah, I wanted to do it basically... Okay, so then what we're going to do is that we are going to modulate that, but we're also going to modulate the pitch directly over here. And let's see if that helps. So pitch bend over here. Like you can just go up. And let me just make it like this and just see if that helps. Right, and I want to start it up. That is not what I'm looking for, unfortunately. Okay, so let's think. How can we make it work? So usually, so again, like I want to modulate oscillator 1 by oscillator 2, and also so FM. Let's try the FM amount. Let's set it to like that. Let's go and set the fine pitch as well. Hold up. Let's try to use the fine pitch as well. Let's see if that works. Or, so first of all, oh, I know how to do it. Hold up. So we have two controls for pitch, right? One is the semitone and it can go up to 7 semitones, and then there's one for octave, right? And can go 3 octaves. So theoretically, we can go from semitone to semitone, then switch octaves, go from semitone to semitone. So hold up. So if I go into my pre-chorus pad riser, I go into oscillator 2, and I go into the octave, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to start from, so this is my octave, yeah? I'm going to start from, I don't know, 50. Right, and we've got, I have no idea how to do this properly though. So then you can go to 75 theoretically, and then you can actually go to 100, right? And for the octaves, so this is the semitone, right? So you start from there, then you keep on going, right? Like that. And these 3 points would need to be set to 50%, right? Because that's going to give our 0 point. Now, theoretically, if we now take a look at the ANA 2 interface, we should be seeing... Okay, so we're in here, yeah? That is loud. Let's make it a lot quieter. Wait, what? Dude, Pavlos, I missed it. I'm so sorry. I can't hear the alerts. I was super focused in here. Dude, thank you so much. You shouldn't have. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. You're awesome. Thank you so much. You lovely, lovely human being. Let's see now. Okay, so something like that. That's going to be the effect. Now, in order to not make it sound so stupid, first of all, we need to stop pitch bending over here as well, so this needs to just stop. What happened? Why did you stop? Right? And another thing is that we just need more reverb on it to make it like, if we go to Roomworks, and I know I say that a lot, but seriously, because the idea is that this needs to sound like it's just wind going, yeah? It just needs to be an ambience. Yeah? Hold up. I think I can control... If I move the FM, it also gives me... Yeah, you see that effect it gives me? So that's exactly what I want. I also need to go in here, and I think I should actually distort it a little bit, just so that you can't really tell what it is. Because now it sounds like a modulated sine wave, which is not what we want, theoretically. So FM amount. The FM amount is just gonna keep going up. Okay, so here's what we're going to do with this sound. So what I'm actually going to do is that I am going to bounce it out. And I'm not going to save it as a preset to use later because it could be better. I'm just going to add in like another sort of plate verb here. We can go to that. We can just like wet. It's going to be full wet. Right, and what I want to also do with it is that I want to bit crush it and distort it a little bit. So I'm gonna actually add in the chorus, and then I'm gonna add in some distortion. And I think like the wave shaper is gonna be what we want. Hold on, distortion wave shaper. Do it like this. Yeah? See what's happening over there. Moreover, we can add in some. I think I still want to pitch it, guys. Like I think I still want to sort of do this pitch bend over here. But what I want to kind of remove is changing octaves, right? So because when it goes to the third octave, it just sounds super weird, does it not? Is it just me? So basically, I'm gonna move it to halfway over here. I'm gonna remove this third stage from the semi. It does sound a bit weird, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And let's see if this is better. I think that works a lot better as a what? As riser. I think that works a lot better, and I think we can do some more. And we're taking off into space. We should pitch it even higher, though. That's my problem. Would like to pitch it higher, though. How would I go about doing that? Let me think. So I've got a detune on it, actually, on the first oscillator. Yeah, we need to control that too. So the first oscillator also has a detune, and we're just gonna move it positively. So that way, where you at? Detune. So now it's at 100%. I want to start it from 50% and just have it in a slight curvature like that. Right, and we're gonna go into these. Okay. What else I would like to do is that I would like to have it feel a lot wider. So we're just gonna put wider on it. right? And I'm actually gonna duplicate the reverb. Hold on. I know it sounds stupid. Okay. I think I need to take out the chorus because it's creating some weird phasing stuff. Hold up. Whoa, 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 output. Okay, so that's one riser, right? Now hear me out. What if... So I'm gonna export this one. I feel pretty good about it. I'm just gonna like turn its volume up so that then we can use it without having any issues at a later date. We can just turn it down at a later date. What if... So I'm gonna edit this and I'm gonna render in place with current settings. That's fine. Right, it's the pre-chorus pad riser, and over here we are going to mute this, make it super quiet for now. Actually, I can control it over here, so it's going to like -15 or something, just so that it's out of the way. And what we're going to do is that we're going to go into our Anna 2 over here, and we're going to create another riser to go with it, which is going to be based on a sample instead of like a sine wave, yeah? So I'm going to turn off this and this, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to choose a waveform. What should we go? Slate Digital, Mallets, Noise Attacks, Vintage Synth. Noise Attacks, Vintage Synths, Vocal. Can I like loop it? I want... Oh, Foley, there we are. Ambience, rain. And basically what I want to happen is... It's not doing what I would like it to do. So we're going to do something else. So we're going to do this, but we're going to use a pitch shifter on it. So we're going to combine this Foley sound with something else. Like I want some white noise. I want noise. Noise. Give me the noise. Turn down for what? No. Sampler 5. Dude, just give me some Rhodes noise. Okay. Do I have what? Okay. Okay. Factory chords noise. Juno noise. Yes, that's perfect. Actually, you guys probably think I've lost my damn mind at this point, but that's fine because probably have number one. Number two, doesn't matter because in the end it'll sound cool, I hope. So we have the pitch shifter over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to create another automation lane. We're going to go in here, we're going to go into the inserts, we're going to go to pitch shifter, and we're going to go to pitch, and we're just going to mess it up in the sense that we're going to start from 50% and just rise because it's a riser. Yeah, Moreover, if we want to accentuate the fact that it is a riser, we can open up a filter on it. What is a formant filter, by the way? What does a formant filter do in this case? Is it like... Ooh. Oh, that is nice. Okay, cool. We can use that actually. And what I like to do is that actually I would like to put this first of all before the supermassive. Okay, so before all the reverbs and stuff like that. Secondly, I'd like to automate it, right? So that we can do the... Oh, we got the X, the Y, and the Q. Oh, I see how it is. So it's basically like in FL, like you do modulation. Okay, I got you on that one. So we're gonna go over here to the formant filter. So basically what it is that it's an EQ. But the way it works is that it makes vowely noises when you use it, pretty much. I know that's the best explanation. Did I mess it up? So the X is going to be like this. The Y, it's going to be like this. And let's see if that works. Let's turn down the distortion. Yeah? Okay. Now, I want to actually render this out as another... Where are you at? Edit. Render. I really need to create a key command for this because I keep not finding it. Okay, so this is going to be our second pad riser for the pre-chorus, right? And there you have it. I'm just going to mute this. I'm going to stop Anna 2. I'm going to turn off all of the inserts so that they're not using any processing power. And there you go. And here's what that sounds like in context, right? So I'm going to pad riser 01, pad riser 02, right? And we're going to turn these down considerably. So I did a silly, right? So what I did is that basically sizing applies time stretch. Unfortunately, what I did was that I created a 3-bar riser instead of a 4-bar, an 8-bar. Sorry, I created a 6-bar riser instead of an 8-bar riser. So in order to fix that, I just applied time stretch to it. Yeah. Switch this over to time stretch and just grab that corner, and now it's an actual like properly time stretched thing. Now we just need to get their volumes right. So let's just put them out like that.
Where do you come from?
Okay, and actually I want to apply time stretch again because I want to make it shorter, because I want that gap over there where it stops. Yeah. Okay, that should be a lot better. Let's do that. Unfortunately, they still kind of hang out, right? That's because I did not mute the synth pads when that bass drop hits, right? So we need to do that. We need to go into our pad synths over here, and we need to mute that stuff because we just want to hear our bass, you know? Right, and that bass drop comes in right about here. Let's just mute our pad synths then. Let's see what happens. Oh my god, that's weird. That's weird that it cuts out completely. Hold on. Because, so we've still got a line going. It's these intro plugs, right? It's this. Okay, so I can't mute the synths, unfortunately, the whole pad synths. But what I can do is I can go into my pad verb and cut that out, yeah? Hopefully, that'll make things sit properly in the mix. Yeah. You see that now the risers are not interfering anymore because they're being sent to the pad verb, and we've cut the volume for the pad verb in that little bit, yeah? Right? There's one bit of automation where I would actually want to do it because unfortunately we're still getting some of the reverb from the risers. So the risers, these two, are being sent to the pad reverb, and we still have some hanging notes over here. You can hear those too. Like if I solo these out, you can see even though I'm cutting the volume over here, they kind of come back here. Yeah, you hear it. It's cool a little bit because it's like an impact, but it's not giving us the effect that we want. It's just muddying things up currently. So what I would like to do is I would want to go over here to my sends, the first one, and I would like to change its level, yeah? The first send, which should be the only send really for this, is not enable, but level. It should be the pad verb, so level, right? And let's just turn it down. I said turn it down, not make it louder. Come on, Dan. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, get your head in the game. Okay. Let's just turn this volume down as we go so that at least it shouldn't affect our stuff. Right, so if I were to look at my mixer right now, you see these are the sends to the pad verb. Yeah, you see it's a lot quieter now, so it shouldn't interfere with our stuff here. Yeah, and now it's a much cleaner moment, yeah? Plus it has the risers now that are kind of creating some atmosphere, which I think is cool. So we're gonna go in here and we're gonna have to turn them down just a little bit more. Yeah, I need them to sit in the background. Where do you come from? Okay, another thing that we can do to make this pre-chorus more interesting is that, so we have the chord progression, which is coming in 3 times, right? And the chord progression is basically, and I'm doing this to remind myself too, the chord progression is basically... Yeah? And we have it coming in 2 times. Now, what if we go over here into our pads, or our leads, it could be our leads, and we just add in this wob amp. Yes, I remember you, wob amp. You were an idea at one point. Yes. Anyway, we could just go in and basically add in like another organy type sound, I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking. The question is, what synth should I... What do we have in the triple cheese? Ha, the triple cheese. Okay, I've never used this synth, and I'm super curious what we can do with it. So, okay, drown. So, what am I playing? Nope. Cheesy sax, excuse me. Okay. Squarey crumble, excuse me? What is this? What is this synth? This is a free synth, by the way. Okay. Wide synth. Okay. Okay, this is not what I'm looking for. So, actually, I'm going to go into Anatu. And we're going to create our own sort of organ sound. So, first of all, I'm going to go into my waveform. And I'm going to find, like, an analog waveform that is cool. Let's go for the soft one. First of all, let's in it. Second of all, let's go for the soft square. So it's fine, don't think about it. It's fine. Yes, that is what I'm looking for. And now I'm just gonna put in a sample here in the waveform of an organ. Let's see if organ. Baseball organ, lo-fi organ. Okay, and let's make it into a super saw. Okay, that is actually okay. Let's turn the volume down. Oh, we can never mind. We can do it in the mixer over here. So we have a mixer over here. In Anatu, we're just gonna turn down that. Okay, so we... Okay, let's add in another sample of an organ. Let's go for... Let's see if we can find a dirty organ. Ha! Okay. Chill organ. So... Oh. That's not the note. Anyway. Yeah, that is gonna work just fine. Let's just send it to our reverbs. So lead reverb. Okay. Let's do it like that. Let's give it a color. So we're gonna be like pre-chorus organ. Right? Let's just write down the part. So basically, halfway through, I want this to come in to kind of reinforce the main chord progression. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Right, and let's get it in here. So let's put it here as well. And then this should go with that's the note I'm looking for. What note you doing over here, piano? It's like the A sharp. I'm just gonna go with the C. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We do use the C sharps. Okay, so it's not the D. We shouldn't give it the D. We need to give it the C sharp. No, what the heck? No, it's the D. It's definitely the D. Never mind. Ignore me. But... Is it filling out the sound the way I want? No. Can we do better? Yes. Let's add in another sawtooth. No. Okay. The sawtooth is way too loud in the mix. First of all, oscillator mix. Let's just take you down a notch. Okay. Now, can we do something cool with it? Can we put like a trans gate on it? Not the transformer. Robots in disguise. Trans gate. Hold up. Yep, that's it. Okay, so what am I looking for when I'm doing this? I'm just looking to add one more tiny subtle element to make this pre-chorus pop and not have it be so boring and static, yeah? Another thing that we could do is that we could try to look for some sound effects to put in here. You know what? Bring the white noise has reverb on it, does it not? Yes, it does. Ugh. But it has reverb on it. So hold on. Let's do this. So we can bring back the. So this is the pitch. Let's use the white noise with the pitch shifter as well. Let's just bring it down then afterwards. Yep. Okay. And let's cut out its volume. So the white noise volume is gonna like come back up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, dang, that's awesome. Wait a minute. Happy accidents. And this is what I love about experimenting with new genres and just doing whatever the heck you don't know what you're like, doing whatever the heck you, I don't know, just going from thing to thing, not really knowing what you're doing, right? And doing whatever the heck. Because this is how happy accidents like this happen. This is how you create moments for your song that you didn't even know you wanted. This little trick over here where I'm pitch shifting super quickly downwards this white noise. I didn't want this moment here. I have the bass drop for that, right? But at the same time, it complements the bass drop very, very in a very, very nice way. And it's creating a tiny moment to prepare you like for the chorus hitting, and it's gonna hit a lot harder because of this. So let's just listen to the thing, verse and pre-chorus, and then we'll move on to the chorus and add in some sound effects for that. And make it like really huge, yeah? And mix it a little bit.
We've lost contact, sir. All patrol craft in test area. This is a mayday. Proceed to segment speaker 17. Repeat, this is a mayday. His mind doesn't want to remember the details. The origin, the scar on his chest, how he got back to the base under his own power. Who are you?
A scientist like yourself.
Where do you come from?
And I think that suffices for the verse and the pre-chorus. We should move on to the chorus and make that sound huge and add in sound effects and booms and stuff like that. Heyo, horseradish, how are you doing? How is your Saturday going so far? And I hope it goes even better than it is right now. Yes, it is. It does sound familiar. We are working on the EDM song. We want to finish it. Unlike the amazing Scott, I just like to do songs in blocks and just work on one thing for live streams or whatever, how long it takes us to do. And then we just finish that song, we move on to the next one. So this month it's EDM month. So we wanna finish this one, so we're still on it. What we did so far is that we added some sound effects to the verse, we added some movie quotes. Yeah, all of this jazz over here. We added some risers for the pre-chorus. We did some little sound designy things to make it pop a little bit more. And now we're gonna move on to the chorus. But first of all, I need to cut the video for YouTube. Thank you so much for watching on YouTube. If you're just like hanging out over there, that's awesome too. And of course, YouTube is the way to see my streams after they have aired and 14 days have passed or anything like that. So anyway, thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Again, I say this maybe every every 20 videos. And don't forget that we upload daily. So thank you so much for watching.